What if I told you there is a nation capable of altering the rotation of the Earth? This is not science fiction. This is not an exaggeration. It is a scientific fact verified by satellites. While the rest of the world debates and plans, there is a giant that simply builds, without asking permission, without waiting for approval, transforming mountains, mastering oceans, and challenging the very laws of physics. What you are about to witness in the next few minutes are not ordinary engineering projects. They are declarations of power, etched into concrete, steel, and glass. 13 structures that redefine what humanity can achieve when ambition knows no boundaries. Before we dive into this journey, I ask you something simple. If this content grips you, if you want to keep exploring the extraordinary, subscribe and activate the bell. You will not regret it. Now, prepare yourself for what comes next. We begin with something that defies all architectural logic. A city that chose not to grow outward but to lie directly across the clouds. In the metropolis of Chongqing, where mountainous terrain turns every square meter into pure gold, engineers made a radical decision. If you cannot expand horizontally, conquer the sky. The result is a 300-meter-long glass corridor suspended 250 meters above the ground, connecting 4 skyscrapers like a floating boulevard over the abyss. 12,000 tons of steel support gardens, restaurants, and an infinity pool that appears to spill into nothingness. But here is the unsettling part. This structure has survived recent earthquakes without visitors feeling even the slightest tremor. Its seismic isolation system allows it to sway and absorb impact while people inside continue dining calmly. Wind oscillation calculations were so precise that no one perceives the smallest movement. You walk across a bridge suspended at the height of a commercial airplane, and your body does not register danger. That is the true achievement, deceiving your own senses while floating above the void. Now imagine a vertical cliff rising 326 meters. The only way up used to be an exhausting 3-hour hike that damaged the ecosystem with every step of thousands of tourists. China's solution was to build the tallest outdoor elevator on the planet, embedded directly into ancient rock. 66% of its structure is anchored inside the mountain, secured by 154 steel bolts drilled deep into the stone. 50 people per journey, ascending at 5 meters per second toward quartz pillars that inspired the floating mountains of Avatar. But the truly remarkable feature is its safety system. Magnetic brakes and next-generation sensors guarantee a controlled gravity descent, even if all electricity completely disappears. Tempered glass panels provide perfect visibility, even when fog devours the landscape. Humanity can now climb the impossible without leaving a footprint on the land it admires. On the shores of the Pearl River, a massive disk measuring 138 meters appears to have fallen from the cosmos to mock conventional architecture. A perfect 48-meter hole pierces its center. This is not decoration, it is aerodynamic genius. When hurricane-force winds strike the coast, they pass cleanly through the central void instead of crashing into the facade. The structure breathes. As the sun sinks below the horizon and the building reflects on the water, it forms a perfect number 8. The symbol of absolute fortune in Eastern culture. Recently, this central opening has become the most advanced projection screen in the world. 3-dimensional holograms float in the air during nighttime festivals that draw crowds from every continent. It is where the ancient traditions of emperors meet the technology of tomorrow, inside a perfect circle of continuous innovation. Now prepare for something that sounds impossible. A bridge so high that the Empire State Building could fit beneath its cables, with room to spare for an additional 10-story structure, 496 meters above the valley floor. So extreme that conventional construction methods simply failed. The solution was to fire military rockets across the abyss to install the first cables. More than 1 kilometer of steel suspended over nothingness, reducing a 5-hour journey through winding roads to just 60 seconds of smooth passage. Inspection robots and fiber optic sensors confirm that after more than a decade of heavy use, the foundations have not shifted by a single millimeter. Artificial intelligence monitors every steel strand, detecting metal fatigue before it becomes dangerous. Crossing this bridge is the closest an ordinary driver can come to flying. Clouds frequently pass beneath your window as you drive, but Chinese engineering does not only challenge height, it also challenges the most basic rules of urban logic. In Chongqing, when a mountain of buildings blocked the planned route of the monorail, they did not divert the train. They sent it straight through the interior of a residential building. Floors 6, 7, and 8 of a 19-story block now serve as a tunnel for public transport. It looks insane. It is extreme pragmatism in a city of 30 million people where every meter matters. Noise inside the apartments barely reaches 60 decibels, similar to a modern household appliance, thanks to rubber tires and a completely independent support structure that never touches the building's walls. Zero vibrations. Residents sleep peacefully while a train passes through their homes. Augmented reality platforms now allow visitors to visualize the complex absorption engineering that makes this impossible coexistence possible. This is the future of megacities, where private living space and mass transportation share the same address. Now let us scale up to something truly monumental, an airport terminal covering 700,000 square meters under a single roof, built in less than 5 years. The largest airport on Earth, designed so that no passenger walks more than 8 minutes to the farthest boarding gate. 100 million people per year flowing through a structure that resembles a starfish when seen from space. Natural light floods every corner through a glass roof that ripples like an organic wave. Next-generation 5G networks and full biometric recognition have eliminated the need for physical passports at checkpoints. Your face is your document. An ultra-fast underground train connects the terminal to the heart of the capital in minutes. This is not just an airport. It is a declaration of intent from a nation projecting itself toward the rest of the world. In the Gobi Desert, where the sun strikes without mercy, 27,000 giant mirrors track the star with millimeter precision to create an artificial eye of fire. A 200-meter tower receives the concentrated light, reaching temperatures of 565 degrees. Enough energy to power 110,000 homes and eliminate 350,000 tons of polluting emissions every year. But the real breakthrough happens after sunset. Molten salts store the captured heat, allowing electricity generation for hours after night falls. While conventional solar panels sleep, this plant keeps producing. Predictive algorithms optimize capture even on cloudy days. It is a beacon proving that the future of energy depends on our ability to capture and store the sun's embrace. Beneath the waves of the Qingdao Sea, at a depth of 88 meters, a steel artery nearly 9 kilometers long pulses silently. The deepest and most advanced underwater railway tunnel in the world. Ultra-high-strength concrete designed to resist saltwater corrosion and crushing pressure for a century of continuous service. Submarine drones patrol constantly, automatically sealing microfractures before they become a threat. What was once a 2-hour journey between both shores now takes 7 minutes of smooth travel beneath the ocean. Custom tunnel-boring machines advanced with surgical precision through complex geological faults, an invisible triumph where human engineering quietly overpowers the weight of the seas. Now imagine a dish so massive it could be filled with 2 billion bowls of rice. 500 meters in diameter, the area of 30 football fields, carved into a natural depression that shields it from human electromagnetic interference. the most sensitive radio telescope on the planet, listening to the faintest whispers of the cosmos. Its mission is epic: to unravel the mysteries of dark matter and search for signals from extraterrestrial civilizations. It has discovered more than 900 new pulsars, surpassing the combined total of all other radio telescopes on Earth. Artificial intelligence processes petabytes of data in real time, detecting spatial anomalies instantly. This is our clearest window into infinity, a constant reminder of humanity's insatiable curiosity to know what lies beyond the visible stars. 55 kilometers of steel and asphalt winding across the ocean. The structure is so massive it is clearly visible from space. Enough steel to build 60 identical Eiffel Towers. A nearly 7-kilometer-long underwater tunnel submerged between artificial islands allows the largest ships on Earth to pass without risk of collision. What was once an exhausting 4-hour journey now takes just 45 minutes. Structural health sensors instantly report any fatigue caused by typhoons or marine corrosion. 3 different legal systems, 3 distinct societies, united beneath a single road of steel that defies the vastness of the ocean. A dragon of glass twists elegantly 120 degrees into the skies of Shanghai, 632 meters tall. The fastest elevator on the planet rises at over 20 meters per second, carrying you into the clouds in moments. Its helical shape reduces wind load by 24%, saving millions in structural materials. 9 vertical zones filled with gardens bathed in natural light. Wind turbines autonomously power the lighting of its 128 floors. A 1,000-ton electromagnetic damper at the summit stabilizes the structure against earthquakes and hurricanes. It is a skyscraper that breathes and intelligently adapts to the nature surrounding it. A bridge that looks torn from science fiction emerges from a perpetual sea of fog. Its central tower, rising 332 meters, is the tallest concrete pillar on the planet, surpassing even the Eiffel Tower. Built to break the isolation of remote mountain communities and spark economic development where only unbridgeable abysses once existed. Drivers report the sensation of driving into the sky when clouds settle below the deck, an ethereal structure that literally floats above the clouds, connecting worlds that once seemed forever separated. And finally, the work that defies human comprehension, a dam so colossal that it has physically slowed the rotation of the Earth. 22,500 megawatts of capacity, energy equivalent to burning 50 million tons of coal every year. 42 billion tons of water held behind a wall stretching over 2 kilometers. Satellite data confirms alterations in Earth's axis and the length of the day by fractions of microseconds due to this accumulated mass. Its ship elevator allows vessels weighing 10,000 tons to overcome height differences of 113 meters. This is not just engineering, it is the ultimate demonstration of humanity's power over the elements. A giant that silently holds the balance of an entire nation beneath its shadow of concrete. 13 works that redefine what is possible. 13 declarations that limits exist only for those who choose to respect them. If this journey left you speechless, imagine what awaits in the next chapter. Like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which of these structures you would dare to visit, or better yet, which one would give you too much vertigo. Thank you for making it this far. See you in the next mega project.